All right, we are live. We started this show for the second season as an Eagles show, and 2 years in a row, we've had playoff baseball.
It's been amazing, man. I actually have this Eagles guilt. I want to pose this question to people as people start to go in. Like, do you have guilt like you're not paying enough attention to the Eagles because you're so red Octobered out?
I think that people weren't even as mad as they should have been from the loss this week because
Yeah.
they had the Phillies. I mean, how you could have gone up a full game on the Niners and then you play them at home and you're up two on the Cowboys already. Like you could almost wrap the season up in the bag in the next like 3 or 4 weeks. Like if you're for the Eagles,
We didn't talk at all or post anything on the page of how and by the way, you and I have been all over this for a long time, but nobody wants to listen. How terrible the Chargers and Justin Herbert are, that at home with the ball at the end of that game, they can't get a field goal. I mean, they are a really, Justin Herbert's so overrated. Another
they're
underrated
bad.
thing from the weekend.
Our friend Coyle thinks it's their coach because he is a Rams fan and he was the D coordinator of the Rams. He's now the head coach of the Chargers and he's not head coach material. We actually were talking about that yesterday. How bad they are that at home they can't get a win against Cowboys. But
What's up, David? We know we're up on Dallas one game. We're talking about how on Monday Night Football, which was after the Phillies game, the Chargers had the ball and easily could have won that game, and gave us a little bit of help after we kind of slipped up this week.
so we both went to the game last night, but the craziest thing that's taken off right now is the tickets. I posted earlier that the tickets were $20. Now the tickets are $5 and $7 to go to Chase Field in Arizona for Phillies Diamondbacks.
I have
How
my
many are you
ticket.
buying?
I bought one. If everybody buys one, the stadium will be empty.
Do you think I disagree with that wholeheartedly because I think whether they're cheering for or against the Phillies, I think the energy of the crowd and stuff feeds this team. They put up 10 runs last night. I don't want them to get ice cold in some weird, quiet, eerie ballpark.
I'm trolling everybody with that one. It's
People
just
are going to
funny.
do it. It's going to take off. People are going to do it. A lot of people are going to the game. It's going to be a Phillies home game. It's just depending on how many.
How many? I love
There's
it.
a lot of transplants down there. We were down there for Eagles Cardinals, and there's a lot of Philly people there. The old NFC East. There's a lot of Philly fans there, and in Florida, it's weird.
They have tickets. The Philly fans have tickets.
Yeah, well, they'll buy them.
If you live there, you're going. If you live there, you're going.
They have a swimming pool in the stadium. People are gonna be jumping in the pool. So that's gonna be cool. I think they wrap it up. I don't think they even make it back to Philly for Game 6 or 7. I think they win 2 out of 3 down in Arizona, and that's it. Maybe
Yeah,
only
David.
have yeah.
The recent chatter on the page is how the tickets have bottomed out in Arizona, and how it's technically cheaper to fly to Arizona and buy a ticket than it is to have gone to the Phillies game last night. Like the nosebleeds were like 500 last night.
And they're over 1,000 for the World Series. So, and they're not even really on sale yet. But yeah, horrible Eagles loss, and they play a tough ass Miami team. And
Yeah,
we're gonna be at Philly Live Casino.
yeah, that should be fun. I'm excited to switch up the tailgate. We're big on Mojo and switching up the vibe when it gets funky. I like the switching up the tailgate. Um, should be good. Haven't even looked at the weather. Is it going to be nice this weekend?
I have no idea.
Kelly Green and nasty. That would be nice. We haven't had a nasty weather game in a while.
I'm anxious
but I
to
bet
see
you it'll
if
be nice.
there's more new on-field stuff that matches, like hoodies that the coaches wear, polos, hats. There was some stuff when they released the jerseys, like a couple long sleeve things. But other than that, there hasn't been that much Kelly stuff besides the jerseys.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Tua, revenge game.
So what do you think the game's going to be like? Do you think it's a coming out party, an offensive masterpiece back and forth, or does each team play their ugly game and whoever can play a less ugly game? Like, is this going to be like a sophisticated game where people are going to say, "Oh wow, these two teams really have it," or is it just going to be like a slop fest? It could go either way.
Um,
We're not getting blown out. They're not going to put like 40 on us at home like other teams are.
yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty like average scoring game. I haven't really looked at what the over under is. If somebody's on with us live right now and can get that, that'd be awesome. But I don't think it's going to be crazy. I don't think it's going to be like 40 points or whatever, 40 to 30. I don't think it's going to be like 70 points. I think it's going to be like pretty standard, like 24 to 28 or something. It's going to be it's going to be close. It's going to be a good game. They've
It, it,
had some crazy games and they've had a couple stinkers. So they had some low scoring games against Buffalo and stuff like that. It can get muck.
Eagles Eagles are 2-point faves. Over unders 52. So Vegas
Yeah,
says high scoring.
25, 26, 28. That's a 28, 24. That's overish.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's going over. It's going over.
Eagles got to do it. A couple games they could have gotten the 30-point range. They didn't. They just ran the clock out, and they had a horrible showing last week. Actually, they started the game amazing. 19 plays. Like, they were look really, really good in the first half. And then I don't know what happened.
Yeah, nobody talked about that. Like their opening drive was incredible. I mean, I was like you said, the 19 plays and all that, and it just was like it just was weird. It was just no rhythm. Not, the play calling was off.
I don't know if it's
But
the I don't know if it's the coordinator switch up or if our schedule's tougher because we were just blowing teams out left and right, or people just looked at us and we were the team with the target on our back, and people just studied and game planned against us all off season, like how to stop the Eagles. But they're just everyone's calling it a Jalen Hurts regression. I just think as a whole they're just not. There's it's crazy because they have a more talented roster on paper than last year, and they're just not as good. But they're still going to be the 1 or 2 seed in the NFC, and it's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of parity this year. The 49ers had their bad game too. Missed field goal. We had a missed field goal. They had a missed field goal. Low scoring. We were low scoring. Couldn't get going on the road. They couldn't get going on the road. I mean, there's a lot of parity. I hate the cliche, but any given Sunday.
It is. There was some. There was some weird games this year. The Bengals were like kind of bad. Started the season like teams you thought were supposed to be good were not as good. And let's see. I'm gonna check in on. Oh, this just started. This Houston Astros Texas Rangers, but it looks like the Texas Rangers are gonna win. So Jeff asked us if the Phillies win the World Series, would you prefer them to win at home? The only way they win at home if they play Texas, because it's going to be 2 in Texas, 3 in Philly, and 2 in Texas again. So the only way for them to really win at home, they got to win 1 or 2 games in Texas and then win all 3 home games.
That's not going to happen. The Phillies will win in 6 games. If it's the
so
Phillies
it's going to be
Texas.
if they play the Texas Rangers, they're going to probably most likely win it in Texas. If you play the Houston Astros, you get home field and you could win game 6
saying,
home.
I'm saying they'll win at home, and game 6 will be in Philly. Game 7 is in Texas, because Texas has home field advantage.
It's two three. It's two
I
three
don't think we
two.
split.
It's two
Right.
three two. Game 6 is going to be in Texas, and Game 7 is going to be in
6
Texas.
and 7? Why do they do it like that?
2-3-2. It's 2 in Texas, 3 in Philly, and then 2 in Texas.
Oh, I don't ever remember it being like that. I always thought it was 2-2-1-1-1.
Nah.
That's crazy.
2-3-2. Nah, so you want to play Houston. You want Houston Astros to come back, win this in 7.
It's not
then you
happening.
2 games in Philly. Then you have 3 in Houston, and then 2 games in Philly at the end.
Listen, I don't even know how we went down this rabbit hole. I'm immediately fading this conversation right now. It doesn't matter. The Phillies are winning the World Series this year. Book it, mark it. I don't care. It's not a jinx. It's not a mush. There's none of that. The Phillies are possessed. The fans are possessed. It doesn't matter where the game is. I thought it was 2-2-1-1-1. I don't care where they win the World Series. They can win it wherever. The party's going to be in Philly no matter what.
But yeah,
Red October.
The question was, would you prefer to win at home? Absolutely. But the way it's looking like the schedule's shaking out, it's not probability-wise. It's not. Although they could. They could have Wheeler and Nola. They could go up 2-0 in Texas and come home and only have to win 2 out of 3 games in Philly. They could win it in 5. Yeah. They could win it in 5.
Would I prefer? Sure. Do I care? No.
No, I don't care.
I don't care.
But Joseph says, you guys ready for another World Series against the Houston Astros? We ain't losing. Wow. We're coming back. Blah, 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 blah.
What are you guys busting out the trash cans there, Joey?
Over under 52, bang. Gene. Yeah, the game's going over. It's going to be close. Right on the line, as it always is. Right on the line. So, if y'all are on here with us,
hit us with questions.
Come to Philly Live Casino if you're going to the Eagles-Dolphins game this Sunday, or message us. Home wins are always sweeter. Taking the series is all that matters. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with Gene. Gene and me are on the same page. That's what I'm saying. Of course, I want to win at home. I mean, that'd be cool. Everybody, the fans, are celebrating, the dancing on my own, all that. But dude, I want the parade. The parade is the party. Everybody's invited to the parade. So, what was cool about last night, for those of you guys that don't intently follow the page, which I doubt you do, is that Phil and I do everything together. Mostly, we're brothers. If you don't know who we are, we mostly do everything together. Our Eagles tickets are together, but we also have our own families and our own friend groups. Phil and I differ in age, so we had like a weird ticket sort of scenario where Phil ended up with 4 tickets through his work. And then I was going to bring my son, but my son was kind of sick, and it was like this whole thing. And I just said, I kind of gave Phil my blessing on Sunday. He's like, let me know on Sunday what you want to do. And I gave Phil my blessing. I said, listen, man, I got to go up the last series. It's been a lot. We got the Eagles coming up on Sunday. Go up there with your buddies. Go have a good time. I'll follow you on the page and follow Instagram and blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, I woke up on Monday morning, had too much coffee, and I'm like, yeah, I think I want to go. And then, but then I still gave Phil my blessing. So I text him. I'm like, hey, listen, if there's an extra ticket, I'll be your driver. I'll whatever you want. And Phil's like, oh, don't make me feel bad about. I'm like, nah, I'm making you feel bad. I'm like, just go have a good time. And then not like a half hour goes by, but I get a text from my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, who's an architect in Ocean City, had a connection somehow, and got a chunk of tickets, all for face value, and they had 2 extra for me and my son to go. So Phil went with his buddies and had his experience, which he can talk about. And I went with my family and had the family night experience, which I could talk about. So Phil, what was your experience like last night on your side of the stadium?
It was good. We, my one friend is, he's not an Eagles fan, but he's a huge Phillies fan. There's just some people like that aren't 4 for 4. We're 4 for 4, but he's been trying to go for like 2 years, and I think I got a couple pairs last year. He had work a few times. He works at a bar. He's off on Tuesdays, so he's been trying to go for like 2 years. So he was going, and then I just texted basically like our fantasy football league, and like whoever responded first got it. So you had to be ready. And then one of my best friends, Mikey, and his brother, both in my fantasy league, they took them. And then we all parked together, which was cool. The gabagool was going crazy. I don't know. I had this. I saw you can bring sealed water bottles and you can bring food if it's wrapped. You can bring a sandwich. Like you can bring a Wawa hoagie into the stadium. You can bring your own food, even in the playoffs too. It's something that not a lot of people know about, but you can bring food and basically pack a lunch and bring it in the stadium. So I've seen a lot of people do that, and I just kind of wanted to give my take on it. I didn't really want to bring a sandwich and all that bread and heavy, just kind of wasteful. So I literally just got like a half a pound of lunch meat, and I previously posted like that heavy breathing, like Tony Soprano, like eating gabagool, and it's just funny. I just brought it. I gave it out to some people. I ate it. That did really well. That was sick. Probably the best thing that happened though, like that guy that was yelling at the Braves, dude. That guy, I just looked at it because I was looking for meme of the week. But that guy that was yelling at the Braves, somebody sent it to us, is like got like 200,000 views or something crazy. So, but yeah, you went on the rides with your son. Tell me about that. Tell him about.
Wait, real quick. Jeff said you think your gabagool was good. Oh, B's in the chat too. What's up, B? That gabagool. Yeah, Jeff said, yeah, you brought gabagool. He brought table grapes injected with vodka.
Grapes with vodka is amazing.
That's a solid.
And just so somebody corrected me and said we're not 2 up on Dallas. We're only 1 up, but we have 1 loss and Dallas has 2 losses. So if the Eagles would have beat the Jets, we would have had 0 losses and Dallas would have had 2 losses. We would have been up 2 and been up 1 on the freaking Niners, but anyway.
And I was referring to the fact that we got 0 help from the stinking Chargers at home. But anyway,
tell us about the game.
My side of things was, so I had my son. He's 8. It's not his first rodeo. It's probably his 3rd Phillies game, but his first like prime time night game. The games I brought him to previously were like 1 p.m. Saturday games. You usually go up. It's a lot of families. So this was like his first. I'd take him out of school early so that we can make it on time because it's bus. We come from South Jersey, so we went up there with the whole family. We parked over on Darien and 7th, which I love that lot for parking. It's a good out for us getting on 76 East to go home. So shout out to that lot. It's a good lot, cash lot. And we hung out through the baseball round. It wasn't like a crazy party atmosphere for us because it was family, but it was fun being in there and taking out the sights and sound. My favorite part was the mixture of people that were up there, the people that were tailgating Mexico and people that were tailgating the Flyers, seeing all that. And then we went to the carnival side of things, and I posted a video of my son that went pretty wild of him doing this trampoline thing. And he's like, I want to try to do a backflip. And I'm like, okay, just, be careful, whatever. And he did 17 backflips in a row on the trampoline thing. And then we went in, we had a great time. We had cheesesteaks. He played the little wiffle ball thing. We actually made first pitch to our seats, which was amazing when you're bringing a little guy. We were all the way up in the 400 tippy top. And we did good. He did good. Rally towels, the whole thing.
Jeff watching us from the toilet. Stay filthy, he says. He's got his wife's wondering where he is. That's where we create our best content. And then a couple people took their kids. 10-year-old went to Game 3 of the World Series. That game was amazing. And Jean says she's up for adoption. They are actually, Vic's wife is one of 7, and their father-in-law is an architect and actually did some work for one of the Phillies guys. So he's a partial season ticket holder too, or a full season ticket holder. So he gets access to them at face value. So he's the biggest Phillies fan in the world. Nobody deserves to get as many face value tickets as they want. He doesn't get them for free. He doesn't get them for gouged on StubHub, but he gets them right at the appropriate price.
Yeah, and my wife's family, like everybody pays their way. Like they do it. Like it's not like he's not the big shot paying for it, but like everybody puts in for their ticket, and they are hardcore. When I tell you that we stayed till the end, I'm not talking like the end, like they played Dancing on My Own, and then we started like walking out after the fireworks. Like we stayed till like the credits had rolled, and we're still taking pictures. And oh, this was actually amazing. Never realized this. If you stay ridiculously late, the donut places put all their donuts just out. And I got a peanut butter and jelly federal donut. It just was out. They had like 20 donuts just out, and like people were just like walking up and grabbing donuts. So a perk to staying extra late, insider tip. You can get federal donuts for free at the end.
I've seen that, and some of the suites have food. They have like cheesesteaks and dogs and stuff, and they give you takeout containers. And sometimes people outside their suites just like pile them up, and you can just get like literally like fully like wrapped hoagies. So they just go in the trash. I don't know why they can't just feed like homeless people or something, but
There's
oh
like
wait,
weird rules with that. There's like weird like food safety rules with transporting cooked food. I think they just got to give it right away. They probably donate a ton of stuff, and I'm sure the Phillies do enough charity work. What's up, Annabelle and Jean?
they would. Everyone wishes they're there. Yeah, if you can,
Yeah.
our recommendation would be to join some Phillies groups on Facebook so you could buy directly from season ticket holders and cut out some of the fees. They're still trying to make probably a little bit of profit on it, but it's less than the internet. Or you can actually call the box office the day of the game, and they release like some standing room and some everything. They release lower level too. They hold a bunch of lower level for staff and families and the opposing teams fans, and then day of they release tickets. So you could get standing room, you could get lower level, you could get nosebleeds, you just gotta call aggressively like 300 or 400 times until you get through, and you can get tickets at the box office. Or
Tim,
people
you better go if
physically
you're in
go to the box
Arizona.
office. People physically go to the box office like 8, 9 a.m. and like trying to get tickets or whenever they open, 10 o'clock.
And my recommendation is similar. Go up there because being up there is fun as anything. And at worst case scenario, you could go in Xfinity or something and watch it. Like if you just want to be there with the atmosphere, watch the band, do the carnival. They sell all the playoff gear and stuff outside. Everybody's dancing around, taking pictures, all that stuff. And then just kind of sit there on your phone and just stalk the tickets. And if you're risky, you wait till the last minute. You know, we saw NLDS. We saw some lowers that were like in the $100-ish range, like at like right
Yeah.
around first pitch. Like you're gonna miss the national anthem, but if you just want to go in and be in there, you can get in there. Just
Oh,
gotta hold off.
Kimberly says she's from Arizona. I hope you're going to the game. She can't come to anyone. She did come in June to Philly, but I hope you're going to the game. You better go to the game. I'll
Yeah,
literally buy you
are cheap.
tickets. They're $10. I will literally buy 2 tickets and send them to you right now if you don't have them already.
Yeah, subscribe to us. Subscribe to our private subscriber page on Instagram, and Phil will buy you a ticket. I'll split it with you, Phil.
Oh my gosh.
Which that's actually a cool shout out. So we started this thing. It's on our Instagram. It's only $1 a month, and we're gonna put all types of like everyday content in there, like walking the dogs and talking about sports, like just like off the cuff stuff that's not like our main content for the page, like a little bit of background behind the scenes. And then if it builds up, maybe we'll start doing some like exclusive lives. But go check out our Instagram. It's a buck. It helps us keep our content flowing, and because this is not our full-time job, it helps keep pay for parking and stuff like that. So shout out to all you guys that joined already. We have 2 subscribers, Phil.
2 subscribers.
Which honestly,
And our boy, Mizzy Coke Drilly. Mizzy Coke is
remember
a
when we started
gambling
this
menace, dude. He's a gambling menace. He hits on
Is he?
Schwarber first homers like it's his job. And maybe he'll give us some plays to throw into the subscriber pool, some betting slips at your own risk.
I had all my props last night. I didn't do any props with the big guns. I wanted, because the odds for the Phillies to win were they were heavy favorites. Was all Rojas and Bohm, and I didn't hit. I did do a Schwarber parlay with a win that like sort of hedged everything that I hit, but I'm not a big better, but I did. If I'm going to games, I always bet some stupid stuff just for fun.
Yeah.
Mizzy's on a whole nother level.
Yeah, he's doing like the crazy ones where he throws like he does big ones too, but he does ones where he's betting like $5 and it pays out like thousands. And he hits. He hits. I've seen him. Crazy million legs.
Oh, Kim's going. Kim's going on Friday. Kim, DM us some content, some videos, some pictures. I want to see what that place sounds like. Because TV doesn't ever do it justice what it sounds like. It was so freaking loud last night. It was crazy. This is a funny family thing, and actually a great game tip for anybody with kids. I didn't have to buy them. I got Trip earplugs because it was my son is like, he's like, if it's like really loud, it's like too much for him, and it was like crazy loud in there, and I was just like, I wonder if guest services, if I was gonna buy them. Like I went into the New Era shop and I was like, hey, do you sell earplugs? Kind of very impressed. It's like, oh, they're free. They give them to you in guest services. I went over guest services. Guy was so nice. He's like, yeah, here you go. They're like in like a little vacuum sealed pack, and helped out my son. So little tip.
Oh yeah, 115 decibels. That's like do some permanent damage to the.
Oh, it was insane. It was insane.
$1,400 on a Schwarber Turner parlay yesterday. Yeah, that's great.
Oh my gosh, that's a good parlay. I hit Turner home run and win in the NLDS, and that paid really well. I was like $5 bet and won like $80.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm checking Arizona tickets again. I loved Arizona. Phil and I were out in Arizona last year. We didn't go to the Super Bowl. We went to the regular season game, and it was amazing.
It's awesome.
I could totally go vacation out there all the time, or like partially live out there. I lose you?
No. I was looking at the guy that was on the like subway or whatever. That thing is going crazy right now, and trying to find
because it was the Super Bowl vibe. Like the guy was going to run into the pole.
But he just never did. So people just watched it. I think the algorithm liked the retention. the algorithm liked the retention on that. Everyone was watching, waiting for something to happen, and nothing ever happened. Spoiler.
Yeah. All right. So when's the first game? Thursday, 2:00 game. Let's see. Me and you are in Arizona. $14. Pretty good seats. That's sick. That is sickening.
There is going to be
like
some
800.
The season ticket holders got their emails today to buy World Series ticket. Tomorrow there's going to be some lottos and stuff going off. So be by your emails 10, 12, 1.
Yeah. I didn't even get like the Dear John email. I'm signed up, but I didn't even get the like thank you for registering.
We get a one pair for having the Capital One card, and the NLCS I logged on right at the time and I couldn't get any. I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow. It's tomorrow at 1. It's on our filthy email, Capital One. You can't buy them. You can do any of the teams. So you could buy like Texas tickets. Like all those teams have. Like you can buy Diamondbacks, and if it doesn't happen, you get refunded. So literally, you can go on there and buy like Texas, Houston, or Diamondbacks World Series tickets, and you'll get refunded if they're not in it. And like all those are readily available. The Phillies, there's 0 tickets. Like.
Jen, if you ever want to fly to an away game, you like be ready when the schedule comes out and get your flight like right away, because once like a day or two goes by and like a couple thousands of people all are like, I'm looking at flights to this place, then the algorithm in those apps makes the flights get crazy expensive. Like I looked at flights.
Everyone's just looking. There's a lot of watchers for Arizona. It's almost impossible to get there unless you want to pay
like $500.
Pay like $1,000. Yeah, flights for Eagles are easy to plan though. Do it in advance.
Yes. Yeah, we
Or
like the
use the
Hopper app.
trip. Or use one of the trip companies. Use Philly Sports Trips.
Yeah, because then you're guaranteed everything. You get your flight, you get your food. I've seen a lot of the travel groups are sold out. Is Philly Sports Trip sold out?
They did no flight, which was great because it's really affordable. So they're staying at a
Mm.
really nice hotel, and you get tickets to every single game, and they have parties and stuff. But you still have to buy your flight on top of it. But it's really inexpensive for a away trip vacation. It's like 1,000 even, I think, and you get
And it's
like
like $100.
all kinds of
They're doing
parties.
$100 for like and it's like a really awesome upgraded tailgate party, and then
Oh,
they got
that,
some
and you can
lower
just do
level
the
tickets.
tailgate only too if you're not doing the full hotel and ticket package and stuff. Yeah, I'd recommend if you live in Arizona to go to their tailgate for $100. It's basically like 3 or 4 hours, all you can eat, all you can drink, and you're with all Phillies fans, so it's worth the price of admission, especially if you're going to an NLCS game for $7. Invest in the
My
tailgate.
my line with the Philly Sports Trip tailgates when they're like around like the $50 $100 range, like go to the store, get yourself a case of whatever you like to drink, get like 4 or 5 food items, and you've spent that already. Now you have to cook it, clean it, bring ice. You forgot the ketchup, like that's why I like the Philly Sports Trips all inclusive tailgates. $50 for the
Oh, I
local
did.
ones.
I went and bought like a
No,
bunch of pretzels,
it's
which are
awesome.
cheap for like $20. I bought a case of beer for like $20. I was like 50 right there, and then
There you
they
go.
buy
Yeah, 50
hoagies and
bucks.
sandwiches and stuff for everybody. It was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and they have way
Major
more selection too.
gobble investment.
Down bad on Gabagool. When I go see the Phils in AZ, there's a lot of Phillies fans. It's cool. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. When's the next? What's the next Eagles schedule look like? We got the Dolphins this week. Then we got the
Dallas.
Commanders at Commanders. Dallas at home, which I'm missing. A bye week, I think. Then we play the Chiefs, I think. Tough schedule. Oh, the Chiefs
Oh
is
yeah,
Monday
Eagles
night.
schedule's brutal. Brutal. Monday night Chiefs, brutal. Hate
They
that.
gotta
Hate
beat
that. At the Chiefs.
if Dolphins actually, people will literally, the sky will be falling if the Eagles lose 2 games straight. But the AFC opponents don't hurt you. Even if you lost to the Dolphins, the next 2 after that are Commanders and Dallas. You got to win those games. Got to win the NFC games. Got to win the division games. So out of the next three
Yep.
games, you walk away with 2 wins going into the bye, and you're like, I don't know, 7-2 or 8-1. I mean, you're in really good shape. You can still afford like maybe one more loss. Last week kind of killed you. You could have been up fat on everybody, but it's all good.
Meme of the week.
I like because it's semi-original. Because hi puppy, my dog's barking. It's semi-original. The guy yelling at the Braves people has on our Instagram has like 200,000.
Nice.
What's yours?
I'm scrolling. It's so many. It was a heck of a week. The craziest insight so on our page we could go in and we can look at all of the different insights for things is our post rate. So compared to pages like ours, we're posting 80 to 90% more content than they are.
And it's literally 2 people.
It's literally 2 people that have full-time jobs and families and families with babies. So we are absolutely
before work, lunch,
work
and after work. I'm scheduling. Yeah. I try not to check it when I got my work's super cool with it. As long as I get my job done and I sell a bunch of stuff, and they're really cool with side hustles, especially because it's going to open the doors to meet so many contacts and people and stuff like that. They love it.
And my job, I don't ever really talk about because my job is not very friendly with all of this as far as like, which is why I post at 5 o'clock in the morning when I wake up. And then I'll schedule a bunch of stuff throughout the day, and then at night I'll post a lot. And I just do a lot of scheduled posting. But meme of the week for me is the worst, terribly cropped meme that I didn't even crop correctly and posted it as an afterthought, and currently has 23,000 likes, 11,000 shares, and was mentioned on 94 WIP today, which is just this share of something that says the Phillies
Arizona
have the
sports.
pedigree. The Phillies have the pedigree, the star power, and a lot of facial hair. They look like beer league softball team that will beat you by the mercy rule while rallying around the keg in their dugout before challenging you to a fist fight on your way to the parking lot. And it's funny because I actually agree with Johnny Marks that does more describe the 93 team than this current team, but I think it describes our fans at the same in the same way. So it's like the fans and the team kind of all balled up in the one.
Marsh and
So that's
Schwarber.
mine.
Marsh and Schwarber are definitely beer league guys. I think that's where a lot of people get it. The Beards. I think the Beards have impact. So Bryce Harper, Brian and Marsh, Beard guys, and Schwarber. Other than that, they're
Yeah.
pretty like clean cut because they got the daycare. They got all the young gals like Bryson Stott and Alec Boehm and all them good looking guys too.
Yeah.
They got
They're
a
like
nice
50
mix.
50. They got a nice mix. Yeah, but I mean, Bryce Harper arguably is pretty beer league. He had his shirt off in the thing. He's all got the cut bruises all over his back, and he's got the mullet going and everything. But then then you got like your Trey Turner and stuff like that. But
Yo, when that guy got laid out, Alvarado was standing there dying laughing.
yeah. So like, I know it's so stupid to do that, but do you really get banned for life if you do that?
No,
I guess
I
you
don't think you do anymore. I think it's like $2,000. So people are just like, I'll split it with you if you do it. Like each person pays
oh my god.
1,000 and one person runs on there. $1,000 to
Wow.
literally get your.
You just get laid out.
You just get. Dude, that guy laid a nice hit on. I love like E-Rock and 4th and John picked it up there. Like, Howie, make the call.
Yeah.
Need a safety. Need some corners.
Yes. This Wawa hoodie is very near and dear to me. It was gifted to me by a friend of mine that used like you could only get this hoodie if you're a Wawa employee. Wawa has like this weird underground program where you get points for doing good things at work. So like if like your manager sees you like cleaning or scrubbing something, they give you like points, and then you can turn your points in for stuff. And this friend of mine knows that I love Wawa coffee and drink it all the time, and got me this Wawa hoodie. Somebody BS me about my Wawa hoodie in the comments.
Yeah. Wawa has pizza. Yeah, actually, if you Wawa should start paying us. But if you download the app, they gave a lot of people like a 500 points bonus and like a free hoagie. I actually got a free hoagie today. But I was disappointed because it was wrapped in the wrap. Didn't say Schwerberfest. The wrapper said Wawa has pizza all over it. Wawa has pizza.
Oh,
Wawa
wow.
has pizza.
Wawa has expensive pizza.
Schwerberfest is back though. So I eat my honey turkey. My honey turkey like once a week.
Yeah, I think we talked about the Wawa pizza last one. I did post a review of Wawa pizza. It's good if it was like $10, but it's not good for $16.
I go to Sugar Hill, bro. Sponsor me.
Oh my gosh, I'm watching the guy get laid out. Oh my gosh.
Someone sent us another angle.
Yes.
I was late to it. I was trying to get my phone out, but I think I got Alvarado like just laughing really hard. He was dying. He was standing right there. He didn't shy away from it.
The lookalikes have been pretty funny too. Tyrion Lannister lookalike guy.
Sean Mitchell sent me the what's that actor's name?
Tyrion Lannister.
No, the other one, the first one with the small hand.
The guy with the small hand.
Forget what the actor's name is. So mad people said in the comments, but
I have no idea.
And then the Tyrion one I made, but
that one's amazing.
That guy's ugly, dude.
The guy talking to his girlfriend, that one's near and dear to my heart. Nobody but me and you gets that meme. Hear me out. It's called Red October. There's dingers, Annie's, perks, pretzels, and hoagies. Call it to work every day. Then when you feel like you can take a break, it's Kelly Green.
Chris Elliott. That's his name. Chris Elliott is the actor's name. Damn, the comments are fiery today. Um,
Oh yeah, are they mad at us or happy with
no,
us
they're
today?
good. No, no,
Oh,
people
good.
are just engaged. They're giving me the answers that we need. They gave me the over under. Chris Elliott. I couldn't even think of that actor's name.
Nobody, you had to look that up. That's like he's like that guy, the guy with the hand in that scary movie. That's like how
but
anybody would describe him.
but yeah, who made those videos? That guy just put out a new one too, Paranoia or whatever, with hoagies and zanies and perks and
So
whatever. It's like a
he's
Philly
he's a
thing.
com- yeah, he's a comedian. He's got a good decent amount of followers. I think he's got like 10,000 followers on Insta. But he does stuff for Preston and Steve show. So Preston and Steve collaborate posts with him, and that's how his posts kill it. His Philly accent's not great, but that's what makes it so funny.
It's bad.
It's like a bad impression of it, but the content, it's key. It's a key thing with comedy. The content has to be good, and his content is hilarious. Like the Shawshank Redemption stuff, it's so good. So yeah, I
Yeah,
like
but
that.
we made
I
that
need to
shirt.
meet
We
that guy.
actually sold a few units. There's like pretzels and hoagies and water ice and
And Xannies and
Danny's
Burks.
and Perks is like a Philly monk thing, like that meme, the guy that has the beard and always has like the Philly blunt and is like just like a
Yes.
Philly rat. The
Yeah.
drug
Some people got
stuff is like
triggered
that.
by that.
We
Yeah, we were
don't do
making fun of Kensington.
we don't do drugs, but
Yeah,
it's like a Philly
it's
thing.
a Philly monk thing. Yeah. And I brought back Philly Rob's jukebox. That's another one from today. And a lot of people are discovering it for the first time, and that's kind of our fault for not bringing that back up. But we started Philly Rob's jukebox last year, which is a playlist that we made on Spotify. And Phil, because Phil is amazing, added every song that's in the Clubhouse Win playlist. So last week, I think it's either Bryson Stubb. No, it's Garrett Stubbs' actual Spotify playlist. It's called Phil's Win. Phil individually added each one of those songs to Philly Rob's jukebox. So Philly Rob's jukebox is the jukebox we said that was all Philly Rob's favorite songs that we just made it up, that like what his favorite songs would be. But now they also have the songs. So that link
Yeah,
is
it's like a
posted on
double
Facebook.
playlist now. It's literally the entire Garrett Stubbs, Kyle Schwarber. Every time they win, like every song they play, it's all those songs plus all fan submissions of like music that like basically like classic rock and stuff that Philly Rob would listen to. His character. So it's double. And then you can shuffle it too, so you get a mix of like modern and like some like club kind of stuff and like classic rock split. I have to
And
listen to it
then
at the Eagles game.
Me Olvide de Vivir by Tonio Rosario, which is like this like funny old school like Spanish song, like that's probably on there for one of like like Edmundo Soso or Alvarado or Rojas is probably they probably threw it on there for them, and it's just like such a vibe like that's on there. Did you see the album cover for that song? I posted it. Look at this thing. It, so I put it on. I was playing in my driveway with my kid today, and I had it playing, and like that like off with their head song was like from like Project X was on, and it was like I was like vibing to that, and then like this like crazy Spanish song comes on. I'm like, what the heck is this? It's a great song, very catchy. I loved it.
Good.
Somebody commented,
I gotta get some music from that Mexico Germany tailgate. It was lit over there.
oh yeah, you missed out on that at the Eagles tailgate, going across the street to
The
the
horchata.
Mexico soccer tailgate. That Mexico soccer tailgate was awesome.
What's
That
up,
food over there
Billiam?
was incredible.
Billiam. William and Bill in one. Billiam. Yeah, you been listening?
Oh yeah, that playlist is good. Who's Edward Scissorhands? Edward Scissorhands, I know. That's Johnny Depp.
I gotta email what you call it, the jukebox people to see if they bring it back.
Oh yeah, the AM whatever.
That was cool. They gave us like a bunch of $50 credits. If you have a $50 AMI credit, that'll last you the rest of your life.
Whoa, I never got a $50 AMI credit.
No, they gave us one to give away. Somebody else got it. We didn't even get anything.
Oh,
We didn't get nothing.
I was gonna say.
No, it's for the people.
No, they used us miserably for that, but that's fine.
For the people.
All right, buddy. I got to roll.
We are rolling. Philly's going to wrap it up this week, and the Eagles are going to get back in the win column.
Eagles prediction. I'll let you go first this time.
28-24 Eagles.
Under?
Is 24 plus 28 less than 52?
49.
Dang, it is under. Right on the line.
All right, so then I'm going over. I'll go 34-31. Jake Elliott, totally redeem yourself. Me and Mrs. Elliott are friends again. We'll go give her a high five.
Elliott.
34-31. Home run in home run. Oh my gosh, I got Red October on the brain. Lack of sleep. Field goal on our end of the stadium too. I'll double down on the prediction.
They did it all, kicking our way to the commie scheme.
I want another one.
We'll see you next Wednesday. Cheers.
Yeah, buddy.